What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today, with the help of Dandy Finance, who you can see on screen right now, we're going to discuss three main companies that are in my current ETF portfolio, and I'm going to look through the fundamentals while Dandy Finance is going to look through some of the technical analysis.
Hey Brian, thanks for inviting me on the channel. And hello everyone, this is Ignas from Dandy Finance. I'm here to do a technical analysis on the free picks and suggest which stock could be worth buying into.
The three companies that we're going to discuss in today's video will be Tesla, Facebook and Apple. But just before we dive into all three of those, I just want to say thanks very much to Dandy Finance. I'll put the link to his channel in the description below for taking the time to do some technical analysis on all three of these companies. So firstly, let's look at my trading 2-on-2 portfolio to see what holdings I have in each of these three stocks. So at the moment, we have €308 invested in Apple and are up 23.27%. If we scroll down here a bit, we can see we have Tesla and have €160 invested and are up nearly 114%. So I'm definitely happy with that return. And finally, we have Facebook, €237 invested, and we're up nearly 5.5%. The first company that we will discuss today is Tesla. They are currently sitting at about €846 per share, and we can see on the 1-year chart here how much of an impressive run they've had over the last 12 months. This time last year they were sitting at about $120 a share, so to be up to nearly $850 at the moment is extremely impressive. As I'm sure you're already aware, Tesla designs, develops, manufactures, leases and sells electric vehicles and energy generation and storage systems in the US, China, Netherlands, Norway and internationally. The company is in the consumer cyclical sector and the industry is auto manufacturers, and they currently have over 48,000 full-time employees. And as I'm sure again you're already aware, their CEO is Elon Musk. Anytime again I'm investing in any company, I always think it's very important to see who their top shareholders are. And in Tesla's case, the top three are Capital World Investors with a 5.5% stake, Vanguard Group with 4.5%, and BlackRock has 4%. In terms of Tesla stock, there seems to be some mixed signals in terms of should you buy or sell. Again, Dandy Finance will discuss the technical analysis side of Tesla later on in this video. But we can see such examples here on screen where Tesla stock rises as price target tops $1,000 at Oppenheimer. So Oppenheimer's price analyst has put Tesla at over $1,000 from $486, and on screen we can see that that's the highest price target over 37 analysts. On the flip side of the coin, we then have other analysts stating that they believe Tesla is definitely in a stock market bubble as it went up over 700% in 2020. And they also got included in the S&P 500.
So first we have Tesla, and this is the weekly chart. Starting with the end of November, there is a lot of interest in buying the stock. The relative strength index is above 70 for 9 weeks, and the 12-day moving average of the MACD is going further away from the 26th one to the upper side. So seeing that there is so much buying and not enough selling being done, this doesn't look like an ideal situation to be buying the stock. Let's check on the daily chart. On January 8th, we saw a peak in overbuying. The price hit the highs of $884 per share, and the relative strength index was at 83.85. But now the price is moving sideways for 2 weeks. If we check into the histogram of the MACD, it seems like money is moving out of the stock. Also, we can find that the 12-day moving average of the MACD just crossed the 26th one to the lower side. This suggests that we could see some red days ahead, so I don't think that it is now a great time to be buying the stock.
The second company I want to discuss briefly in today's video is Apple, ticker symbol AAPL. So Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, is currently sitting at $139 a share. That's nearly double since this time last year, where they were sitting at $79.58. They currently pay an annual forward dividend yield of 0.59% or 82 cents per share. So Apple designs, manufactures and markets smartphones, personal computers, tablets, wearables and accessories worldwide. If we scroll up here, we can see that their CEO is currently Timothy Cook. They are in the tech sector, with their industry being consumer electronics, and have over 147,000 full-time employees. Apple's three top shareholders are the Vanguard Group with 7.6% holding, BlackRock with 6.36%, and Berkshire Hathaway with 5.6%. So on screen now, we have some very positive news in terms of Apple stock. Going forward within quarter 1 of 2021, We're going to have a brief look into each of the 4 or 5 news articles on screen right now. The first of these sites is MarketWatch, and they're saying to get ready for Apple's first 100 billion quarter in history. And we're seeing here from Emily Berry that Apple earnings preview successful iPhone 12 holiday sales are expected to help drive record revenue above milestone mark. So that's going to be certainly of added benefit for this stock going forward. On Yahoo Finance, they gave a good point of why you should buy Apple stock at record highs before Q1 earnings, and one of the main things to discuss in this article is their continued domination in the market. It seems to be all positive news all around for Apple at the moment. Even Morgan Stanley are saying that Apple will soar another 15% due to as work from home demands drive record sales.
Second pick we are looking at is Aapl, and this is the weekly chart. The stock was just a bit overbought by the end of 2020, since the relative strength index was over 70. It got some breathing space last week, but this week the price is moving up nicely. We also saw a small bearish crossover in the MACD last week, but this week we reversed again and the price is moving up now. Let's check on the daily chart. By the end of last year, the price hit the highs of $138 per share, but then the stock started moving lower. On the first trading day of this year, it dropped. The 12-day moving average of the MACD crossed lower under the 26th one and stayed there for a couple weeks. But this week, interest in the stock started to go up, the MACD changed direction again, and on Thursday we saw a bullish crossover in the MACD. Unfortunately, we are already at the highs of $138 per share, so it's still closed under at around 136. If the price bounces off this resistance, then it could be coming closer to the 50-day moving average, and that is around $126 per share. So in my opinion, we could still wait a bit on this.
And the third company that I want to discuss today is Facebook, ticker symbol FB. It's currently trading at $274.50 per share. And we can see on the 1-year chart that this time last year they were sitting in the low 200s at about $217 a share. So as they're on their way to 300 at the moment, and all of these analysts are giving them great chances of beating that $300 price target, I believe Facebook could be a company to buy for long-term growth. Facebook develops products that enables people to connect and share with friends and family through mobile devices, personal computers, virtual reality headsets, and in-home devices. If we scroll up here, we can see that the current CEO is Mark Zuckerberg. Their sector is communication services. Now, a lot of people actually think they should be in the IT sector, but in fact, just like companies like Walt Disney, they're actually in communication services. Their industry is internet content and information, and they currently have over 56,000 full-time employees. Facebook's top 3 holders are the Vanguard Group with 7.7% holding, BlackRock with 6.6%, and FMR has over 5%. Some news articles in terms of Facebook, it certainly isn't reassuring when their CEO sells over 40,000 shares, equating to $11.5 million. It certainly doesn't help the case either when big established companies such as the Motley Fool have given 3 reasons why they finally sold Facebook stock. The first of these being their business model is unsustainable. They also give some good points in terms of tighter regulations are inevitable, effectively choking Facebook's overall balance sheets. And thirdly, to give the reason of its revenue growth per user is stalling out. So again, this will definitely affect the company's stock price if this is true. But that is definitely just in a brief overview, 3 very valid points in terms of Facebook.
Now let's check Facebook, and we have the weekly chart. I really like these charts way better than the previous 2. If we check onto the relative strength index, it is just over 50 for more than a month. We had the MACD moving lower for 6 weeks in a row, but it looks like that the direction changed this week. Let's check the daily chart. The price was moving together with the 50-day moving average for a while last year, but by the end of the year it started selling. That continued up until the 14th of January. The 12-day moving average of the MACD changed direction. We also managed to test the 200-day moving average as a support, and we are now back just over the 50-day moving average. After looking at the 3 stocks, I think Facebook currently has the most opportunity. Since we are already over the 50-day moving average, the strength could continue. And then I would be looking at these 2 resistance levels. First one at around $287 and second one just under $300. And if the strength doesn't continue, then we could be testing the 200-day moving average as a support at around $250 per share. So that was it. I hope you found the analysis interesting. If you did, make sure to leave a like. That will help Brian a lot.
So there you have it, guys. They were today's 3 companies, Tesla, Facebook and Apple, All combined, I am up over 150% combining all three of those positions. Again, I want to thank Dandy Finance very much for taking the time and effort for creating the technical analysis for each of those three companies. If you found this video anyway helpful or entertaining, it'd be brilliant if you consider liking the video. Also, if you're new around here, it'd be much appreciated if you consider subscribing, as we're currently on 619 subscribers. And finally, if you have any questions, queries or suggestions, please don't hesitate to comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can.